Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me in another of my wonderful interviews. Now you may remember earlier this year, Julia and I headed up north, not quite as north as we did the year before that, to take part and be part of the Barbara O'Neill Health Summit. Last year we were in Crieff in Scotland, which was fantastic. This year we were in Cranage, and Barbara O'Neill is coming back again this September, and there's a chance that you could come along and be part of it. It's great fun. We enjoyed it. There's some fantastic photographs of us having a whale of a time, some of which was us actually dancing, which is perhaps we're going to show those. And the people behind it, the Good Food Project, who organised all of this, is here to tell us about what is happening in this September. So Barbara is coming over on the 22nd to the 27th in two different venues. So Steve and Jane from the Good Food Project have joined me now to tell us all about it. Hello to you guys, Steve and Jane.
Hello, Richard.
Hi, Richard. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you, and thanks for coming along. And well, first of all, thanks for organising it, because we had such great fun earlier this year. Barbara seemed to enjoy it, and I made her laugh, which was always good fun. And she has agreed to come back and do more. So, as I said in the introduction, just so that people are aware of this, it's from the 22nd to the 24th in Crieff. But we're also going to the Tunbury Hotel, which is Donald Trump's hotel, just to add a bit of, confrontation and controversy.
Yeah, that's right. We like to make your life difficult. We like to make your life difficult, yes.
That's on the 25th to the 27th, and people can take part. So, over to you guys. Tell us all about it. What's going on? Because I know that I've been asked to do the emceeing again. So
yes, well, so that's
you do it so well.
All events, you've been the MC.
And you are actually the main draw, it seems to
yeah,
be.
You're
I don't know about
that.
It, I think Barbara's the main draw.
That. I think we've got a good combination, Richard. That, as you said, that was very enjoyable, the Cranage Estate one. Everybody had a little, what felt like a holiday together. We had a great crowd, Richard. It was a great venue. We like picking nice venues, don't we, Jen? Buildings have energy. People have energy. You've got energy. We've got some energy left at the end of an event. Barbara's certainly a little powerhouse, isn't she? You know, she's, Richard, you've watched her. You've studied the woman. She's very good on stage. She's funny. She's electric, and that helps get the message across. So the combination of the energy of Barbara, the energy of people like yourself being around, and the other great speakers, the people who are in the room, the hotels that we pick, and the staff and the buildings, we like to get everybody working towards a common cause, and it's just one big energy play, and it works, Richard, that everybody's happy, everybody's upbeat, and everybody hopefully comes away with what they came in for, which is the information, desire, and knowledge to make the changes in their life that will give them longevity, better health, or help a member of their family or a close friend.
And I'm very much, and Julia, of course, is very much looking forward to being part of that and learning again. I mean, this is the great thing. We were watching the people in the audience at, particularly at the Cranage event, because we had a bit more, we were a bit more used to what was going to go on. And the amount of people taking notes, asking questions, asking Barbara at the end, it's just terrific. The interaction is so good. And of course, you had the breakout rooms where not only could people buy her books, the official book, of course, because there are lots of knockout nasty versions, but also all the related other products that either she's mentioning or other people have brought, which just made it really a super event. And then of course you've got the evenings where people were together, and I believe even I did a little comic routine to keep people
yes, I believe that too. Yeah, it was good. I've got some great footage of that, Richard, yes, but I will release it to the press unless you hand over how much did you say?
I know.
Yeah, considerable amount of money to save my embarrassment.
No, that was good. You know, Richard, and we ate together there as well. People who stayed at the hotels. In a perfect world, everybody would stay at the hotel and immerse themselves in that bubble, Richard. You're in the energy bubble for 3 days. maybe 6 days. As you say, we've got 2 events. Crieff Hydro, we did it last year. Most people stayed there last year, but not everybody can stay at these venues. We've only got about 120 rooms, so half the people will be able to stay in the hotel. The other half, some will be driving in and driving home. They'll be coming for a day or 2. They'll be coming for 3 days and driving every day, or they'll be doing an Airbnb.
Or coming up and staying in tents or their camper
staying with friends, camper vans. You know, how people get, as long as they can get there. So it can be really cheap if you want it to be. Some people come up from England and stay with a Scottish friend. It's a good excuse to visit a relative, that kind of stuff. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, you had the virtual tickets where people could log in and watch it live, and that worked very well. People were watching that and taking part. Which are you doing that again this time round?
It's very important, Richard. We've done that every time. It's the virtual audience are extremely important to these events. Their energy is important as well. Barbara talks to the virtual audience. You do as well, Richard. You know, we all make reference to them because they are important audience members. And
they have their own little conversations going on throughout the lectures and throughout the day, don't they? They kind of end up.
Yeah, you've got the chat.
They chat with each other. Yeah, so we're all meeting and having tea together, and they're all having virtual tea together, and it kind of works.
And they get a chance to ask their questions as well at the end of the session. They get a chance because the questions are being gathered, so they have just as much as those who are in the audience. Obviously, you know, if you're in Australia or in New Zealand or America and you just can't get there, it's so useful that they can pitch a question at the Health Summit to Barbara.
Yeah. That's the thing. They can be anywhere in the world and join the audience, and it's a great opportunity for them, because the thing is, it's not for everyone that not everyone has the budget to be able to join in person. So we just want to try and make it as accessible to everyone, and the virtual tickets are a bit more kinder on the purse, aren't they, and more affordable to people.
And it's the next best thing to being there. You know, you met the family, the Johnson media guys. You know, Karen and Ian and Linda. They're great people. I mean, our audience were hugging the cameramen and involved, and
it's a good
they're really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good feeling. When you come away from it, and everybody, it's all very holistic, healthy, and everything, and people get on.
And there are quite a lot of people that go on their own, and beforehand they're a little bit anxious about going on their own and wondering how they're going to fit in. And by the end of it, they all come away with new friends, and it's opportunities to meet new people, not just on a personal level, but on a business level as well. We have a lot of holistic practitioners there who go along to build their knowledge as well. So and
their contacts, and they look at what exhibiting at these things. We've got some great exhibitors. We get a lot of retired ladies and gentlemen, you know, and again, some of them arrive on their own, and we get a lot of people who are not well, Richard. You know, they're quite ill. You know, they need
absolutely
looked after. We always look after them, but they're making big efforts to.
And some people make a holiday of it. Some people, so one of them might want to attend the lectures, but their partner doesn't, so they'll come along to the hotel. And that's kind of one of the reasons that we like to make the hotel particularly nice, so that they can come along, and while they're in the lecture, they can go off and enjoy the facilities that are there, such as the spa or the golf course, or explore the area. So,
and the virtual tickets, just to touch on that, Richard, you know, we spend a bit on the camera work and the atmosphere. You know, you build a good atmosphere, Richard. You know, when you're in the virtual ticket, you can tune in live to the whole event. You could take a week off work and watch it from home. If you're retired, you can sit down, have a cup of tea and a wee biscuit, and watch Richard Volves introduce Barbara O'Neill and Jane and Steve, and then sit and watch it live. Now, it's like live football or live boxing. You know, people could watch the recordings after it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the thing.
But they like,
and of course, if you've come to the event, this is one of the questions that people were asking. Of course, they could see the cameras. They're sitting there watching it. They said, "Oh, there's so much information to take in. But of course, they can have access to the recordings after the event as well, which is a big bonus, because sometimes you just don't want to be scribbling and writing down. You just want to absorb the thing, and then you've got the record to go back to and make your notes from.
That's it. We want everybody to be able to enjoy the event after it. Now, we have to... Anybody who comes to any of our 3-day events gets the full recordings of the 6-day event. So you could come to one of the events and you get the recordings of the other one. There might be a speaker or a lecture at the other one that you want, but you don't want to do this full thing, or you can't get the time off work, or you can't afford it, whatever.
Yeah.
Any 3, so there's 2 back-to-back events. We've got Crieff Hydro on the 22nd to 24th of May. Sorry, May, I'm thinking of Cranes, yeah. 22nd to 24th of September. Strike that, Richard, strike that. 22nd to 24th of September. Monday to Wednesday, we're at the Crieff Hydro. Beautiful building. And then we go from the 25th to the 27th to Turnberry. 2 beautiful hotels. Richard, you were at Crieff last year. I mean, how lovely is it? And
oh, stunning. I mean, absolutely stunning place.
And buildings make a difference, don't they, Richard? Even Cranage Estate, we looked at a lot of different places. We picked that one. I like to think Jane and I are quite good at picking places like that with an eye on our people. Do you know what some people say to me, Richard? Why can't you do it cheaper and just do it in a local town hall, a council town hall? And I look at these soulless buildings, some of these council town halls made in the 70s, and I think of us all, instead of being in a beautiful country estate or a country hotel or Turnberry by the sea, and I envisage us all there and what we're doing and how we're getting, what we're getting out of it. And I imagine a town hall, and in the town hall car park and a polystyrene cup and a wee sausage roll, and I think that's not the way you get the most out of these events.
It's certainly nice if you don't have to stress yourself about where to park, getting to the place on time, finding the thing. Once you're at the hotel, certainly at Crieff, beautiful grounds, beautiful area, and also there's the car park. You've got walks around, and if you're able to stay, of course, you've got the luxury of the other facilities at the hotel. So absolutely,
yeah, swimming and all that stuff. And you know, at Turnberry we're going to do a wee dip in the sea, and you know,
you are. And the other thing, the other beauty is that Barbara, she can go, so she, as you know, goes up walking up the hill every morning. So a lot of people joined her, didn't they? And it was like a little Pied Piper. There's
a lot of extra. We did as well, Richard. You know, at Cranage Estate, we did the Barbara-esque set meals every night, where the hotel worked with us. We created some of Barbara's menus within set piece. Well, they did it for the lunches, so the ticket to the event includes your morning and afternoon teas and snacks. For those who are attending in person, morning and afternoon teas and snacks and lunch. Nice 2-course lunch, beautiful lunch every day. There was lovely food there, wasn't it, Richard, at Cranage?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. It was lovely food, and it was nice to sort of get a feel for what Barbara eats herself.
Yeah.
And then you realise how much rubbish we all eat.
And yeah, she'll eat breakfast in the same room as everyone else. She'll eat lunch, and then she goes off for a nap in the afternoon, and then
people join her. And then at night we did something different in Cranage, which we're doing again this year in slightly different ways, where we did a menu that you could opt into at night, Richard, where people could actually join if they wanted to. So anybody who was not staying at the hotel could join and pay for dinner.
Right.
And that means the group is together. Barbara said grace, Richard, and you did some of your memes at one of the nights, and your memes, I said, what am I calling them? Memes.
He ended up on the table at one point, didn't he? Doing his
I did end up on the table, but we won't go into that too much. I'm sure people don't want to know what kind of nonsense.
But they were nice nights, Richard. Nice nights, weren't they, Richard, for people to be together.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
So, have a laugh. So it's kind of what family would do. They would get together and eat together, and it kind of feels a bit family-esque when we're all together at these events. It brings people together, and it creates the conversations, and it makes them get more out of the event. So we're doing that at Crieff, similar thing, where we're going to do Barbara-esque food in the evenings again, and people can opt in or out of that. And at Turnberry, anybody who's staying at Turnberry, we're having private dinners each night. So Turnberry's technically full board. Turnberry's not going to be for everybody. Some people don't like Trump. They wouldn't do anything.
Well, this has got nothing to do with Trump, is it? This is Barbara O'Neill.
It's Barbara O'Neill.
Exactly.
We're apolitical. We're just we saw the venue. It was beautiful. So we've got Crieff, which is in the countryside, and we've got Turnberry, which is right by the sea. It's a 5-minute walk across the golf course, and you're right on this beautiful beach, which is basically private, isn't it? No one hardly walks there, and it's just so for all those people that want to go wild swimming first thing in the morning, it's a perfect venue.
Richard, you join us for a little dip, wouldn't you? You're kind
of... well, you know, I might get my toes in there. Tell me about some of the other speakers that people can come along. I mean, Barbara works really hard, and she certainly gives a hell of a lot of work, so people get a huge dollop of Barbara and her philosophy and her health remedies and stuff. But you also have some other speakers as well who are worth listening to. So tell us about those.
At Crieff Hydro, we have Dr. Malcolm Kendrick. So he was there at Cranage, Richard. You met him and his wife. They were great company. We had a lovely little night on the last night, a dinner dance. Again, Richard, that worked really well, didn't it? It was a lovely night. And
I
think you might have been first on the dance.
He did. He was the first dance. Him and Julia led the way.
Yes,
everyone up.
We got up there, and then I retired fairly quickly.
And then the room was, the dance floor was full all night. But yeah, that's a nice way to finish. Just to add, at Turnberry, we're going to finish with a little Ceilidh dinner dance on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
Again, some people say, well, why would you do that? And it's just a nice way to finish off the event, and everybody can...
And it's very informal as well. There's no seating plan. You just join the table that you want to sit at, the people that you've met and friends you've made. So it's just an informal get-together, isn't it? It's just, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's a nice way to do it. But Malcolm Kendrick's coming back. I was really impressed with Malcolm. It's the first time I've met him in that way. We had a great time with him and his wife, Nikki. It was really nice. She's lovely. I've asked him to come back. We don't like to do repeats, so we try and keep the lecture subject matter different. Richard, you would understand the rationale for that. You know, people can watch it live, then they can watch the recording. They don't really want to come and watch the same stuff again.
No,
and Barbara's knowledge is constantly evolving, so she's got new information to give out. So we want to keep the content different each time. And it makes the videos, the recordings different as well from previous events. Yeah,
so we've got 21-hour lectures from Barbara spread over the 2 events. We've got 3 one-hour lectures from Malcolm Kendrick at Crieff. We've got a video message from Dr. Vernon Coleman again, which will be an up-to-date current one. And that was great the last time. We played that video live, and he, referenced the audience, and he referenced Barbara, and it was the old man in a chair style.
Yeah, it's very good. I think a lot of people got a lot out of that. Perhaps some people were quite surprised by it, but I think it certainly elicited a lot of thinking, which is what it was really aimed to do.
I mean, do you know what it reminded me of, Richard? It reminded me of the amount of crap that we really all went through, and I think we've all tried to get back to normal life.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Vernon Coleman basically brought it right back to say this was a very serious thing that was done. It's just as serious, and don't take your eye off this ball for 1 second. Do not think it out of the woods, because it's been relatively calm for a couple of years. And remember what these people put us through.
Yeah.
And think about what you're doing as a society of awakening people to completely disassociate yourself from this toxic matrix and all its guises, Richard. People are still connected to it. We are connected to it more than we'd like. We have to bank with them. We have to get organic licenses. We have to have a local council license, because we are an organic food business. We're not an event business. in many ways, you bump into this matrix, whether you like it or not. You're in and out of the system.
You're using all social media platforms to.
We're on the social media, as I said. You know, we couldn't. Our customers need their credit cards to pay the orders online. It's
so anyway, so
it's quite a system they've built around us.
Absolutely. So that's Vernon Coleman. Who else have you got talking?
We've got two other speakers that we're just about to close down and announce.
Right.
And we've also got James Nestor. Now, James Nestor wrote a book called Breath.
Yeah, I've read it.
It's an amazing book. He's been on the Joe Rogan show. Now, somebody years ago gifted Barbara this book and said, you must read this book. Barbara's an avid reader. She reads a lot. And a lot of her knowledge has came from books. She picked it up, she read it cover to cover, put it down, thought about it for a couple of hours, picked it up again, read it cover to cover again, put it down, and then bought her family each a copy. She bought 6 of it and gave it and said, you must read this book. She's very excited to see that he's coming to Turnberry. He's very excited. He's doing 2 lectures at Turnberry. So anybody coming to Crieff will be able to watch that. There's a contractual thing, they can only watch it for a year, which is just ridiculous, but never mind. But they'll get enough out of it. So we've got some really great speakers and a couple more on the way. Jane and I will talk about the Good Food Project and why we're here and why we're trying to create an alternative to these soulless supermarkets, which is part of it, Richard.
Yeah.
And then there'll be exhibitors there as well. So just like the last couple of events, Clive DeCarl will be there with his magic chairs and all his frequency devices, which are always really popular with the attendees. And then we've got quite a few others as well added to the list, which we're just about to sign off on, because that's all part of the experience as well. And between the lectures, people can just go and mill around that breakout room and the stalls to
Barbara Neal official books, and she'll sign. She does a lot of book signing and photo ops, Richard, eh?
Oh yes, I mean she was constantly in demand. And being asked to sign her book. And her recent book, I'm just showing it on the screen, is Sustain Me. And of course, you can buy the legitimate version of that at the show or through your website, because you're one of the main distributors, aren't you?
That's it. We're the official UK distributor for the book, and we've been doing that now for a while. And, you know, we like to protect Barbara and make sure that customers are protected from these scammers. I don't want a scammer getting anybody's email address and phone number and credit card details, Richard, on any website to...
No, quite.
Using Barbara's good name. I went into a sort of entrapment situation with a Facebook page the other day. Big Facebook following, maybe over 1 million followers pretending to be Barbara Neal. And I went in and they sent me a message and I said, oh, I'd love to talk to you. And next minute I'm in a WhatsApp chat and it says, hi, how can I help you? My what did you call it? My dear. And I played Daft Laddie, which I'm good at, right? I said, hi, is that you, Barbara? Yes, it's me and my dear. What illness would you like me to heal you of? A fake scammer. Next minute, I gave them some things. Yes, I can fix that. Yes, it will cost you £200. I will make it up for you personally. This is what's going on out there, Richard. You know, it's a book to a fake bottle to a fake $2,000 interview where you're talking to an AI version of Barbara. That's what these people are about. You cannot deal with fakers. So we're the UK distributor for the books. We want to get the correct book. We want to make sure Barbara's protected from these scammers and that she gets paid for her own copyright. I believe you're going to write a book at some point, Richard. Is that true? Maybe?
Yes, I am writing a book and releasing that. So it'd be great if that's on your web page.
It would be, because and how would you feel as an author who puts a lot into a book if suddenly some guy photocopies your book and puts it up and he's selling it for half the price you're selling it at?
Yes,
because he's getting it paid. You'd be angry as well, you know. And...
Of course you would. So, well, it's great that you are able to protect Barbara's book. That's really fantastic. Now, just to sort of move on a little bit, because time is tight on these things, I understand that you can offer some discount codes for our viewers, particularly if they want to be virtual viewers, I understand.
Yeah, we don't have any discounts on the tickets, and we've never done that for our own customers, and we don't do any discounts on the rooms because we don't make any money on the rooms. We secure the rooms to make sure people can get there. I would say if you want the full experience, staying in the hotel where the venue is being, you know, immersed in the bubble for that time. For anybody who can't make it, our virtual ticket is the next best thing. We spend a bit of time bringing them into it. We've got good cameramen with eyes right on Barbara, camera right on Barbara. You see everything on the screen. It's really like a front row seat. So you can tune in live, you can get all the live experience, be part of the audience, chatting to each other. And you get all the recordings to watch in an unlimited period after that. So you can pause, rewind, replay as often as you want. Right now, that's 140. It's discounted on the website, so it's 20% off in July, which brings it from 175 down to 120. Sorry, 140. For your customers who use the code VOBES20, VOBES 20, you might flash that up on screen, Richard. I don't know if you would or not, but it's £112. So they get an extra 20% off if they use your code. So anybody watching your video and who uses the code VOBES20 for a virtual ticket, £112. It's really, you can buy a book, you can watch a YouTube video with adverts that's 10 years old. This is the most current Barbara O'Neill information on the planet at that time.
And it's available to download, so afterwards all the...
It's not available to download, it's available to stream.
Available to stream.
Yeah, as often as you want, yeah.
After the event, you'll be sent the recordings of it, so...
Well, there we are. That sounds like a deal, especially if you put VOBES20 in there.
And they can go to our website, Richard, which is www.goodfoodproject, and right at the top of that, they'll see a link. They'll see Barbara's little lovely face, and there's a little thing if they want to go to the event in person or virtually. They click there, and that's that journey starting. If they want a virtual ticket, use VOBES20. Takes an extra 20% off if they buy in July. If they want to go to the hotel or one of the 3-day events or the full thing and they want a room, I would say move quickly.
Right.
Only half the people will be able to stay at the hotel. The rest will have to Airbnb it. And again, the Airbnbs around these hotels fill up really fast as well. So there's still rooms available, but you need to move quickly. And for your customers as well, Richard, we are at Good Food Project an organic food and essentials business. We are competing and against these soulless supermarkets and the fake food corporations. We want to give people in the UK who are awake to what's going on in the world, Richard, of which your audience are many, do not give your business to these supermarkets. You owe them absolutely nothing. They have poisoned us for decades. And you can see it all around you. Don't break free from them. They know we're creatures of habit. Use your local farmer, butcher, baker, grower. I know you're always advocating that with Mark Bowler Hat Farmer. So we use these local businesses. Anything you can't get from them, try us at the Good Food Project. With that combination of people who actually do care about you, you could extract yourself away from the fake food corporations and their street corner dealers, the soulless supermarkets, because that's what's going on there. They know we're creatures of habit, Richard. They've got us slap bang where they want us, buying their food, running to get some fairy liquid, running to get, because you've ran out of, you know, bread, you've ran out of something, eggs. Next minute, you're buying buy one, get one, 2 Pringles, because that's where the Pringles guys want you. And this is the nonsense that we're in. And even the awakened community are not, there's a lot of them are shopping with these supermarkets. You're supporting the system that is working against you. If we don't extract ourselves from them, we will end up with only them, Richard. Yeah. If that happens, it's game over.
To shop with them really is to fund the agenda that they've got planned for us. So if you stop shopping with them, then you're not handing over that money, and that's going some way to collapsing it. And it's not just food that we offer, it's a whole supermarket shop. So we've got personal care products and cleaning products, we've got books and natural health supplements, and really everything that you would buy in the supermarket. And it's not just available to buy singly, you can buy it in bulk, so cases of tinned tomatoes, cases of porridge oats and lentils, and those are all available at discounted prices. So you can group together with your friends or your family or your neighbours and put an order together and then split it up that way. So there's lots of opportunities for buying it at less than you would from a supermarket. And that really is our goal, to make it organic food shopping as affordable as possible for everyone. So it is a numbers game. The more people that shop with us, the more negotiating power we have with all our suppliers to drum down the prices, because any savings that we do make, any prices and deals that we do negotiate, we'll always pass those on to our prices. And the savings are all our customers benefit from those savings. So that's our goal.
And for the food side, Richard, because you've got a lot of good customers, and anytime we've spoken on your show about the Good Food Project and about these events, then we get lots of lovely Richard Bobsters coming, and they're really nice people though. And do you know,
they're all nice people that watch my show. I don't allow any nasty people to watch the show.
No, but nice attracts nice, Richard, and we want nice crowds, and we want nice customers, and we're a nice business, and these events are nice experiences. So yeah, we would love to get all of your customers involved in some shape or form. So for your customers as well, Richard, we've got a £10 off VOBES code, which is VOBES 10 off. So VOBES number 10 off. We'll give them £10 off their first order with us. Now that's quite a lot in the grand scheme of things for us, because we try and keep our prices good anyway. And that's site wide, so they can buy pretty much anything on our site, build up a cart, it's £75 or more, it's free delivery. Put us to the test, see what a grocery shop with us feels like, courtesy of Richard Bobes with £10 off.
And we deliver nationwide and to the islands and highlands, and it's a next day service. We use Parcel Force or Royal Mail. And
next day from our dates, yeah. So we send it out to them, the customer. So we package it up. Our team put a bit of effort. Jen, you're a good team, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a great team. It's they're all on the same page as us, and they're committed to the cause. It's not a job to them, it is a cause, and they just go that extra mile to get everything boxed and packaged and delivered on time.
Well, I know it's a good service because I use it myself, and when it comes, it's always a joy to get the food, and it's all lovely. So I can certainly recommend it myself. And I am pretty far away from you guys, and it all arrives, cheese, butter, meats, all those sort of things. So it's all good.
But that was important for us, Richard, when we set up this strategy, because we want to beat them at their own game, and you cannot beat the supermarkets without allowing people to do a supermarket type shop. Yeah. So again, we believe if you use your local farmer, butcher, baker, grower, anything you can't get from them, it might be your eco cleaning products, it could be your natural remedies and organic health, fishy castor oil, your shampoos, your books that you would never see the light of day in a supermarket, your Celtic sea salts.
And we also have things like home and kitchenware. So we've got water filters, shower filters, and water bottles and things. So, and we're constantly adding to our stocks. So.
Yeah, because we're away, we've got a world of woo-woo behind us, Richard. This is the stuff you would never see any of the things that we've got here in supermarkets, and they should be because they're popular. So why are they not in supermarkets?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to have them, Richard. It's that simple.
Oh, they don't want.
Well, I've been all that time. I've been showing a little bit on the screen from the website with your collection of foods and stuff. Although the website has just decided to crash. Not yours. My browser has just crashed, but I've got it back up. That's what always happens when you're recording. Something goes wrong. But I've been showing, yes, been showing all of that. So that's really great. And you've got some amazing things up there, and bundles and deals, and you can pre-order. You've got the recommending things, and of course you've got this is how you can get to the Barbara O'Neill event. Well, we better round it up, really. So it's really exciting, and it's not that long to come. There is all the stuff that Barbara's doing. You've got the extra speakers, you've got the breakout rooms, you've got the wonderful environment that we're all in, and you've got the virtual audience watching. You've got the recordings of everything else. You've got the access with discounts to your website, thegoodfoodproject.co.uk, and a special Vobes discount for the virtual audience. I mean, what's not to like?
Everything's to like, and as I said, it's all about us all just getting around, circling the wagons around each other and making our own luck in this world and doing our own things, Richard, getting the health message out there. Yeah. Our wishes for everybody who attends these messages is that these venues and these events that we run is that they get exactly what they wanted from it. They come with a burning desire to fix something or help something or live longer, or their 80-year-old self is, their 80-year-old future self is screaming at them to do something now while they still have a chance to have a better old age.
Yeah.
And they know it, and they're listening to their body, and they're listening to that inner voice, and they're saying, I need to do something. It's interesting. I get a lot of these calls at this stage, 2 months to go to an event. People get a kind of calling. They phone me up and say, I saw your video today, and I just feel as if I need to be there. And I said, well, that's why I want to help you make you be there, because that's the kind of audience we want to build. And then they're all there for a reason. And the magic comes together and it works, Jen, and that's what we're all about, Richard. And you help us with that greatly. So we've got you booked in for the next 100 years worth of MCing for us, Richard.
That's right. Hello and welcome to
the mind
up there with my Zimmer frame.
A bit different. The mind stuff's not quite as good when you're
100-year-old mime artist coming on with a hearing aid and a Zimmer frame. Yeah, that's it. What's not to like with that? Listen, we're going to wrap this up. But thank you so much for coming on, telling us about the event and all of that. And of course, I'll put the links in the description. I'll put a reminder of the discount codes and what they are also in the description of this video, so that if you're interested, do come along. Come and say hello to me and Julia, of course, and Steve and Jane, who will be there, and, of course, the star of the show, Barbara O'Neill. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Steve and Jane. It's been a pleasure to catch up with you again.
Thank you, Richard.
And we'll look forward to meeting everybody once more as we have this splendid and magical week in September. So book those tickets now, and I will talk to you all very soon. From Steve, Jane and myself, thank you so much for watching. See you again very soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.